Hello and welcome to episode 425 of Retro Encounter, RPGFan's weekly podcast of many topics. I'm Mike Sollosi, and listeners, I don't know if you've been listening to Retro Encounter for long, but in case you have, you might know that one of our topics of many is quiz shows, so we're bringing that back for at least one more time with another RPG fan quiz show. It's a very special one this time, and to illustrate why, let's start off by introducing the panel, starting with Patrick Gann.
Hey everyone, I'm ready to quiz it up.
And Alana Hagues.
Hello, hello.
And Tyler Trosper.
Hey.
And Wes Iliff.
Hi, everybody.
And having way too many ands for a proper, serial subject, Zach Wilkerson.
Hello.
So you might notice that I answered everyone in a specific order there. Patrick, then Alana, then Tyler, then Wes, then Zach are our previous 5 RPG fan quiz show champions. So this episode is going to be our champion of champions, our battle of champions, our clash of champions to determine who is the true master of the RPG fan quiz show in the non-Michael Sollosi division. But I would like to just get right into it without wasting too much time, but there is one question I love asking people in any kind of quiz show context, and so we'll just go down the order here, starting with you, Patrick. If you were on a big quiz show like Jeopardy or Mastermind or something, what would be your dream category, your specialist subject that you would want to see no matter what?
Video game composers.
I am not surprised, but I respect it. Alana, same question.
I think I picked video game battle music one time, but I also think elemental spells maybe.
Oh, interesting. That might show up today, in fact. We'll see.
Oh god, I fall on my face.
Tyler, same question.
If there was a specific monolith soft category, I would be perfect. Or at least really good.
I can't guarantee that tonight, but I'm also an answer I'm not shocked by. Wes, same question to you.
Lesser known PlayStation 2 RPGs. There's my wheelhouse.
I can guarantee that a little bit tonight, I'm afraid, for everyone besides Wes. Zach, same question to you.
I'll go well-known Super Nintendo RPGs.
All right. Another fellow RPG basic bitch. Excellent.
Indeed.
Folks, let's just get right into it. I have 8 rounds of questions for you, and I'm going to explain each round as they happen. In general, the first 5 are worth 1 point each for the first 4 questions, and then the 5th question is a special 2-pointer that's worth a little bit more. And then rounds 6, 7, and 8 are going to be the sort of double Jeopardy round that are worth 2 points each. So the first 5 are worth 30, the last 3 are worth 30, and then there will be a final, a grand final question where you can wager points. So it's very similar to the quiz show Gaiden that Zach won a year or 2 ago, but with some more points and some more question variety, or at least I hope so. I'm suddenly alarmed by how many Square Enix questions there are in this game, and I apologize in advance for that. But anyway, I'm just going to go. We're not going to choose the order just to make things a little bit easier on me. We're going to go down in the order that I have here, and speaking of games that I know Zach, Wes, and I all love, the first 4 rounds are entitled Fight, Spell, Run, and Item.
Mm-hmm.
And the first round is going to be battle scenarios or combat mechanics. The second round are spells and abilities in RPGs. That third round is story or battle mechanics involving running or retreating. And that 4th one is about items in RPGs. So without any further ado, are we ready to fight?
Oh.
Let's do it.
Heck yeah.
Round 1. Fight!
Excellent. Yes, Patrick, exactly. We're all in the right spirit, but also because these are going to be non-directed questions, I am going to say the question. You're gonna have to send me in your individual chat channels your answer, hopefully within 5 seconds. I'll try to be a little bit understanding, but I can't wait too long. And of course, you are all under honor not to Google lists of categories or possible answers, because otherwise that would make me and the quiz show gods very, very sad. And we don't want to suffer the wrath of the ghost of Alex Trebek.
No,
That's true.
no cheating.
Alrighty, so without further ado, round 1, fight. In this RPG, players can optionally challenge the gods of power, speed, magic, war, and omni at the pagoda of the 5 mighty gods in 1v1 duels. Strangely, the 5 gods are named after plays and playwrights. You have 5 seconds. All right, so that's time. Tyler has no answer. Wes has no answer. But Patrick, Zach, and Alana all got it right. It is Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That was like a lucky guess. I was like, this is the only thing I can think of
Wutai,
with
right?
5 floors. Yeah.
Oh.
It's the pagoda in Wutai.
Yeah.
And there's one named Gorky and one named Shake and one named Godo. Yep.
At first I thought like Octopath 2, and then I was like, no.
Yeah, those were the only 5-floor pagodas I knew was Octopath and FF7. And I was like, well, it's not Octopath.
Yeah.
And I was like, could it be FF7? So I went for it.
All right, and my scoring spreadsheet seems to be working correctly, so let's move on to question number 2 in Fight. In a heartbreaking scene in the first half of this 1992 RPG, the heroic Pankraz falls in battle to Slan the Rook and Khan the Knight, declining to defend himself as his young son is being held hostage. You have 5 seconds. All right, that is time. Patrick guessed Lufia. Tyler guessed Breath of Fire. But Wes, Zach, and Alana all got it right. It is Dragon Quest V.
Yay.
Oh, wow.
You say
I'm sad.
Pankraz. I know where you're going.
Never forget.
Uh-huh.
Immediately cried upon hearing this question.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad that we were able to all mute our mics in time. Crying on air isn't great radio. But let's start. Here's question number 3 in Fight. In this handheld game, the protagonist must duel a large skeletal Master Stalfos on 4 separate occasions in the Catfish's Maw dungeon using sword strikes in combination with planted bombs. You obtain the hookshot upon defeating him. You have 5 seconds. All right, that's time. Patrick guessed Zelda Minish Cap, but the other 4 of you all got it right. It is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Woo!
Oh, man. I'm hurting. I'm hurting.
I guessed. I'm sorry. Oh.
No, it's all right.
That's what you do.
Everyone's on the board, and it's very competitive, and I could not be happier. But maybe you'll be considerably less happy a couple questions down the line.
Oh,
no. Here's question number 4 in Fight. In the final battle of this 2005 RPG, the player may choose from one of 3 kings of the beast tribes to accompany your army between the Hawk King Tibarn, the Lion King Kingus, or the Raven King Nesala. You have 5 seconds. All right, that's time. Patrick guessed Rogue Galaxy. Tyler guessed Breath of Fire. Zach guessed Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Alana guessed Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. And Wes is the only one that got it right. It is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
Oh my god.
So
I guessed
Zach,
between the 2
Oh,
Fire Emblem games.
yeah.
I can't
Killing me.
remember
I
which
just
one.
did not remember the title.
Zach, I could have been in your place.
But all right, that is the first 4 the first 4 questions in the Fight category. The 5th one, again for these for the first 5 of these, the 5th one is always worth 2 points, and I feel it is slightly more challenging than the others. So here is your 2-point question in Fight. But this is a very specific kind of fight. In this puzzle adventure game, one of the lawyer protagonists defeats the Queen Regent of Khura'in in an intense courtroom battle after he uses supernatural evidence to determine she murdered his father, Jove Justice, more than 20 years earlier. You have 5 seconds. All right, I think I have every answer here. Patrick guessed Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Tyler guessed Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. Wes guessed Apollo Justice. Zach guessed just Ace Attorney, but I need you to be more specific, Zach. I can't. I have to accept that as the first game in the series. And Alana's the only one that got it right. It's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice,
Yeah.
or Ace Attorney 6.
That was the 6th one. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Dual Death.
It's the only one that's really heavily supernatural, so that was just a guess because I haven't played that one.
They get real supernatural in that one. They can possess the souls of the dead to have them see their final moments and use that in court as evidence.
Yeah, people don't like that one.
I actually do. It's
it's tenuous.
Maybe I think it's in my top 4, but that's a thought exercise I did not prepare for today. And anyway, that's the end of the fight category. And now it is the spell category. And this is about spells and abilities in RPGs. And just like the previous one, it's 4 1-pointers and then a 2-pointer at the end. So question number 1 in spell. In this RPG, the protagonist, Kevin Graham, learns the Spear of Loa and the Spear of S-Craft skills, which summon dozens of spears to pierce the enemy, using the time and space elemental damage respectively. You have 5 seconds. All right, everyone's answer is in. Okay, Patrick guessed Legend of Dragoon, and all of the other 4 of you got it correct. It is The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, 3rd.
Yay.
The Kevin one.
Best boy.
This is what I get for not playing any of the Trails games.
I mean, there's only 12 of them.
Right? Another one's coming out next year in English as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I think number 11 just came out, and they confirmed 12 coming out in English in less than a year.
And 13 in Japan is out in like 3 months or 2 months.
Oh God, they just need to hit the reset button on that thing.
Just take 2 to 3 months off work. Don't sleep. Don't eat.
Yeah.
Just knock it out.
Oh boy, don't joke about that, please. Anyway, we have question number 2 in the spell category. In this RPG, the character Mystere can learn powerful earth spells like Rock Cobra, Crack Zone, and Earth Prayer at later levels, but the players never sadly learn his true identity. Who is Mystere in what RPG? Okay, I fear that I might, maybe not everyone is understanding this inside joke that we've had on Retro Encounter for several years now. But Patrick declined to guess, Tyler declined to guess, but Zach, Wes, and Alana all got it right. It is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue.
I honestly wouldn't have got it without the joke because it's just the funniest, stupidest scenario in that game.
I love Leo / Mystere so
me
much.
Too. He's my favorite.
He's great. I was so thrilled when like the end game is finally having the whole team together.
His lines like "sample my goods" and "you need a spanking" have both become regular things that my friends and I say to each other at thoroughly inappropriate times.
Oh boy, that's right up there with me and my friends doing the a la carte. I'm interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Oh, we might be able to talk about some silly voice lines later.
I'm super sad. This is like one of my favorite RPGs, but I haven't played it in 20 years. And I if you had said Leo, sure, but you say Mystere, I don't even know who that is.
Right.
Yeah, it's Leo's alter ego from the point of the game, or at least that's what people say. I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough evidence to confirm it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a slightly more concrete question. Question number 3 in the spell category. In this 3DS game, the Yokai class confers multiple powerful spells, including Furaja, Blizzaja, Thundaja, and 7 spells named after the Christian 7 deadly sins. You have 5 seconds. Okay, I think everyone has answered. Patrick guessed World of Final Fantasy. Tyler, Wes, Zach, and Alana all guessed Bravely Default. But you're all off. It's Bravely Second.
Yeah, I thought I was. It was one of the two.
I didn't remember which one.
It's the Yokai job that does that, and in Bravely Default it would be the end game job with those kind of spells are the Conjurer and Vampire jobs. But yeah, I love the Bravely Second job system more than basically anyone else I know.
Fair.
It showed up on the quiz show before, in fact. But let's talk about another game that I don't recall being on the quiz show in the past. Question number 4 in the spell category. Two skills unique to the main character of this 2021 RPG are Profaned Land, which deals heavy darkness damage and inflicts poison, and Thalassic Calamity, which deals ice damage and hits up to 7 times. You have 5 seconds. So, all right, that was maybe a tricky one. Alana, Patrick, and Tyler all passed, but both Wes and Zach got it right. It is Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh, bummer. Oh, shoot.
You know Jaboy was going to get an SMT question right?
I just started playing it, so there you go.
It's a good one. I really like the mechanics of that game, but I just felt so fatigued with the story by the end. It's not one of my favorite in the series. I'm more of a Nocturne guy, but I mean I do have a copy of Vengeance from my partner's job, so maybe I'll give that one a shot eventually. Anyway, we are at the final question of the spell category, so this is worth 2 points instead of 1. And good luck, folks. In this 2011 RPG, the Omega versions of the Fire, Ice, Wind, Star, and Heal spells summon cameos from popular anime series of the time, including Spice and Wolf and a certain magical index. You have 5 seconds. We have some interesting guesses here. Okay, so that's time. Patrick guessed Hyperdimension Neptunia. Tyler passed. Wes guessed Project X Zone. Alana guessed Project X Zone 2. And Zach guessed Tokyo Mirage Sessions. All of you are incorrect. It's Disgaea 4.
Disgaea 4. Zero chance of landing that one.
Yeah.
Disgaea 4 had a bunch of anime cameos in their spells.
I'm glad Wes was on the same page as me. I was like,
yeah, that was all I could think.
That's you had to have played it and maybe also been on forums around 2011 for that one. But anyway, we are in the new category. This category is called Run, and it is about I guess these are mostly story or gameplay scenarios, but it's about anything that could involve running away or retreating in an RPG. So here's the first question in Run for 1 point, and I think you'll be a little bit better at this one than that Disgaea question, people. In this PlayStation 1 game, the bodyguard Pon stays behind while the Liberation Army retreats, dueling his former boss, Teo McDole, to buy time for his fleeing comrades. You have 5 seconds. All right, that is time.
Hey, Zach got this one right.
I did indeed.
Tyler passed on that question, but the other 4 of you all got it right. It is the first Suikoden.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, I knew something.
All right, so here is question number 2 in the category of Run. The 11th chapter of this Switch RPG is aptly titled Retreat, as our heroes, deprived of their special powers, must flee from an elite group of foes called the Four Hounds, and only escape with help from the former villainess, Princess Ivy, and her 2 retainers. You have 5 seconds. Okay, that's time. Alana guessed Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Tyler guessed Fire Emblem. Patrick guessed Fire Emblem Heroes, but Wes and Zach both got it right. It is Fire Emblem Engage.
Oh, dang it.
The luckiest guess of my life.
That's the one I was thinking of, but I couldn't remember this.
Yeah.
This one I knew. That was not a guess.
Luckiest guess of my life.
It's one of the better chapters in that game, too. I think the map design in Engage is good, but the characters are all over the place. Holy moly.
Yes.
But we don't need to talk about that game too much, but I mostly enjoyed my time with it. But here we go. It's another question in the Run category, question number 3. In this 1992 RPG, the chicken knife increases in power with every time the player retreats from battle, and if you run away enough, it becomes one of the game's most powerful weapons. You have 5 seconds. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. All 5 of you guessed the same thing, and all 5 of you got it correct. It's Final Fantasy.
My god!
It's Final Fantasy V.
Oh, that was a shot in the dark. Oh my god.
That was the year. Yeah.
I totally knew that one. I had that one written out while you were reading the question. That one is... I've played that game so many times.
I'm in the middle of a 5-job Fiesta run right now, or 4-job Fiesta run. That was kind of perfect.
Beautiful.
Right on. Well, everyone gets points all around there, but we are in question number 4 of the category Run. In this RPG, the only way to defeat Undyne the Undying without resorting to violence is to flee from her multiple times, eventually reaching Hotland, where Undyne gives up her pursuit. You have 5 seconds. All right, everyone gave an answer, and I'm double checking. Tyler guessed Odin Sphere, but the other 4 of you all got it correct. It is Undertale.
I was totally blanking on the character, and I was like,
yeah, it's the cool fish lady.
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't positive until you said you have to run from her that many times. Oh, I remember that.
Alrighty, so we are in the final question of the Run category. So this one's worth 2 points instead of 1, but it's maybe a little bit more obscure than the others. So for 2 points, in this PS2 RPG, the main characters are stuck in an internment facility where they must constantly flee from an undefeatable Kumhanda demon acting as a jailer until they trick it into eating a disgusting blob and give it food poisoning. You have 5 seconds. All right, that's time. Wes declined to give an answer. Alana guessed SMT. Tyler guessed Digital Devil Saga. Patrick guessed Final Fantasy 12, and Zach is the only one that got it right. It's Digital Devil Saga 2.
I was just reading about this literally yesterday on Wikipedia.
Dang it.
Oh
I
my
had written down
God.
Devil Summoner, knew it was wrong, and just decided not to embarrass myself.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just knew the devil name. And I was like,
Yeah, Kumhanda's a weird looking
I was
horse
thinking
samurai guy.
I wanted to try these games, so yeah.
They're good.
They're really good.
The second one is real rough. I never finished it, but I really love that first one.
That first one is like a top tier PS2 RPG.
Okay. I only played them through osmosis from my brother. But I remember him playing that part, but I didn't remember it was the second one.
Bummer.
I was super bummed because I knew as soon as you said it had to do with retreating, I was like, oh, it's not going to be there. But with a category like Run, I was really hoping you'd have a question about Lunar Dragon Song, the only game where running causes you to lose HP.
yep.
I understand how that would be interesting or amusing, but I just don't want to engage with Lunar Dragon Song at all.
I don't think
That's
anyone
fair.
does.
That's fair.
But one thing I do want to Fire Emblem engage with is the next category. It is called Item. It is about items in RPGs. These will go all over the place. But maybe it's time for some more points to be scored. So starting with the first question in Item. The most desirable items in this 1996 RPG are typically the King's Sword of Haste and the Godly Plate of the Whale, but they can't be found in dungeons because they exceed the maximum monster drop value. You can find them both by constantly re-rolling the inventories of the merchant Griswold. You have 5 seconds. All right. Time is up. Alana guessed Dragon Quest VI. Tyler guessed Saga Frontier. Patrick guessed Lufia 2. But Wes and Zach both got it right. It is the first Diablo.
Oh, yeah, Griswold.
It's Godly Plate of the Whale that got me. That is such a memorable name.
Yep.
My cousin played a lot of it, so that's why I know.
I played quite a bit of Diablo 1, but not enough to know that I had to refresh Griswold's inventory to get the best weapons. Anyway, next question in the item category. In this 2011 RPG, the item Transient Curse allows the player to interact with ethereal ghost enemies without suffering from the curse status effect themselves. You have 5 seconds. All right. All the answers are in. Tyler passed. Patrick guessed Shin Megami Tensei 4. But Wes, Zach, and Alana all got it right. It is the first Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I would have gotten it if you hadn't just played it. I was like, oh yeah,
that's fair. Yeah, it is at the very, very top of my brain right now. So that's a logical, like predictive question. But here's a game I haven't played in a while, so maybe it's a less predictable question. There are multiple possible answers to this, but you only need to give me one guess, okay? But there are multiple possible correct answers. In this game, if you visit Cerulean Cave, you can find a unique item called a Berserk Gene that dramatically increases the holder's attack stat by several stages, but also inflicts them with the Confused status for the rest of battle. You have 5 seconds. Okay, we have a pretty wide variety here. Zach guessed Pokemon. Alana guessed Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Tyler guessed East Memories of Celceta. Patrick guessed Final Fantasy VII Remake, but the only one that got it right is Wes. It is Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal.
Oh God, yeah! It's the extra.
It's the extra item that's in the where Mewtwo was standing.
I couldn't remember if it.
I just thought you meant like it was in multiple Pokemon games.
Nope, it's only in one specific set of Pokemon games.
Yeah,
but you only needed to tell me Gold, Silver, or Crystal.
I only got that because of the context clue of Cerulean Cave. I never played Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Only entry I've never played.
Man,
also they didn't have held items in the first one, so it couldn't be red or blue.
Yeah,
that was what eliminated those for me.
I knew that one. I just thought it might have been added in the remakes, and I've totally forgotten.
Is it in Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
It is not. It was only in that one in the old games, and then never came back.
Yeah, I played Soul Silver, so there it is.
I mean, it's kind of hard to find even if you played the originals.
Yeah.
But anyway, here is a game that has maybe a little bit different than Pokemon, but also in the items category. 2 of the best items in this 2004 RPG are the Hammer of Nimrod, which deals massive bonus damage against Sentinel enemies, and the Mask of Zorn, which allows you to use mutant powers without spending energy. You have 5 seconds. Okay, this is interesting. Patrick guessed Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII, but the other 4 of you all got it right. It is X-Men Legends, the first one.
I played this.
So did I, and
one of my favorite RPGs. Honestly,
I think X-Men Legends 1 and 2 hold up really beautifully.
Yeah, they do.
They so do.
I mean, this is not the right answer, but I did a X-Men Legends 2 run using only the Brotherhood characters, and just had a blast and a half. It is so much fun being kind of bad in those games. But anyway, this is not a Marvel RPG, I promise. But there's one question left in the item category, and it is worth 2 points instead of 1. So here we go. This RPG gives our hero 3 upgradable swords: the Wind Cutlass Levart, the Fire Broadsword Brillante, and the Thunder Rapier Erichi. All 3 are made from Emelos, a fictional metal left behind by an ancient civilization. You have 5 seconds. All right, okay, that's time. Tyler passed. Wes guessed Skies of Arcadia. Zach passed. Alana passed, and the only person that got this right was Patrick with East 6, The Ark of Napishtim.
My favorite East game.
Never
Hell
got
yeah.
that.
Really?
Good job.
I mean, I think it's good, but it's probably not close to my favorite. I might have a new favorite in about a half a year when the remake of Felghana comes out, because I'm down for that.
Yeah, well, Felghana and Napishtim are the same engine, the same system.
Napishtim, Felghana, and Origin are like the same engine.
And those are my 3 favorite games. I love that engine.
Well, then they stopped being hipster Zelda and started being hipster Secret of Mana instead.
Yes, they did.
But anyway,
for the record, listeners, I knew that wasn't Skies of Arcadia, but I wanted to guess something that had a cutlass in it.
I knew.
Very fair.
All right. Well, that is. Let's see. That should I do a score check in the middle? Now that we're near the middle.
So.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think I'm happy about this.
We're
winning.
All right.
Same.
Okay. So after 4 rounds, that is an absolute maximum of 24 points if you get every single question right, but no one's quite close to there. But we'll do a score check because we're right at the middle. In 5th place with 4 points is Tyler. In fourth place with 6 points, it's Patrick.
Yep.
In third place with 12, it's Alana.
Yep.
In second place with 14, it's Wes. And in first place by just a hair with 15 points, it's Zach.
Woo-hoo!
So it is definitely anyone's still to win because there are going to be more and more points in the future rounds. And I just hope that this quiz does not fall apart on me as I
Let's not let Zach have this one, everybody. We got to do this.
I mean, none of you live with him, so
Well, this next one, I don't know if Zach has played 2 of these, but we'll see, because the next round is a staple of the RPG fan quiz show. It is this, that, or the other, where every answer will be a category. So if you just guess randomly every question, you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. But if you're a little bit more informed, maybe your chances are better than one out of 3. But what's the subject? What are the 3 categories? I decided to go science fiction this time around. So I'm giving you 5 nonsense words, and each one of them is either an alien race from Mass Effect, a planet in Star Ocean, or a skill or spell in Phantasy Star 4.
Oh, I'm so prepped for this.
I'm praying.
So all you need, you can say alien, planet, or skill, or you can say Mass Effect, Star Ocean, or Phantasy Star. All of them are gonna be one of those things, and if you haven't played these, it will be truly incomprehensible, and I'm sorry.
I've played 2 of them, and I'm guessing it'll still be incomprehensible.
Yeah,
all right.
Same.
And also, I decided to pick my favorite one and put that one 5th, so it's worth 2 points instead of 1. But right now, we are still at 1 point. So, is it an alien, a planet, or a skill in Mass Effect, Star Ocean, or Phantasy Star? Question 1, Hanar, Hanar. You have 5 seconds. I am thrilled to announce that all 5 of you got it correct.
Woo!
It is a Mass Effect alien race.
Huzzah!
Yay!
This is Blasto territory. We can't go saying.
Oh yeah, Blasto, the first Hanar Spectre. Oh man, we need a Blasto game for sure. All right.
Yeah.
Next in this, that, or the other, Eldar, Eldar. You have 5 seconds. All right, that's time. Patrick guessed Phantasy Star. The other 4 of you all guessed Star Ocean Planet, and it is indeed a Star Ocean Planet.
Yep.
Which game?
Is it 5 or 6?
I think it's the second. I think it's 5. Last Hope.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's 4.
That's 4?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I just looked at the list of Star Ocean planets and picked some weird ones, okay?
I have eliminated most of everything from Star Ocean 4 that isn't combat based. So
I was just hoping
it's
some
fine.
people would accidentally get Warhammer brain and think that the space that the space elves from Warhammer somehow got into this quiz.
Unironically, Star Ocean 4, best Star Ocean game. My Twitter handle is @WesIliff. Come to me.
Oh boy.
No.
I've only played the first 2.5, so I have no comment. Anyway, we have another question for this, that, or the other. Savol, Savol. You have 5 seconds. All right. So Patrick guessed Phantasy Star 4. Okay, everyone guessed Phantasy Star 4 except for Tyler, who guessed Mass Effect, and it is indeed Phantasy Star 4. Sorry, I'm just reading several of these at once, and they're all coming in, and it's sometimes it gets my eyes get a little crossed. But anyway, we are ready for question 4 of this, that, or the other. Doran, Doran. You have 5 seconds. Okay, we have a nice even split now. Patrick, Tyler, and Zach all guessed Star Ocean Planet. Wes and Alana both guessed Phantasy Star 4 ability. And the Phantasy Stars have it. Points to Wes and Alana.
I've played this game once or twice.
All right, and we have one more category for this, that, or the other. And it is 2 points instead of 1. The nonsense word is Drell, Drell. You have 5 seconds. All right, maybe I made my favorite one a little bit too easy because all 5 of you got it right. It's Mass Effect species. It's our boy.
Yep.
All right, everyone knew that was a Mass Effect species, Thane's species, in fact. So that's a nice meaty 2 points all around for the last question. So now we're officially in round 2 of the quiz. Every question is going to be worth up to 2 points now instead of the 1-1-1-1-2 system from before. And the categories are going to get a little weirder. So, listeners and panel, maybe you know that on podcasts now and then, I like to do a fantasy draft. So we're going to have our own little round of fantasy drafts here. I'm going to give a category. And this is the one time that you are not going to write down your answers. I'm going to direct queries to you, and you need to say them back to me. I'll give a category, and we have to draft items within that category without repeating another one that's been said before. And we will do 2 rounds of this. So but it's not going to be my typical snake draft order. It's going to be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll be doing 5 of these, and each one of you will have a chance to go first. So it's not going to be the burden will not always be on the first player every time. So and again, there are a limited number of correct answers. So like for example, this first category has 12 possible answers. You have done the math and realize you're going to have 10 guesses if everyone gets full points on this. So do we understand the rules?
Kind of,
sort of. Very nervous about it.
I will be very, very careful about directing the things to you. So we'll be going in alphabetical order to start. But so I will say, Alana, go. Then she will give me an answer. Then I will say correct or incorrect. Then Patrick, go. You will give me your answer, and so on. And again, everybody will have a chance to draft first, and it's going to be a serial draft. So Alana will go first in the first half, and then first again in the second half of that particular round. But it's going to be directed, and you need to give me an answer fairly quickly after I say your name and go. Okay. I know it's a lot. This is a little bit more intense than the previous rounds. Some of these are easier than others, but I think that we'll be able to score some good points here. And again, each correct guess is 1 point. So for each draft, you have up to 2 points to get correct. So the first category, the order is going to be Alana, Patrick, Tyler, Wes, Zach. And the first category is classes in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, Bard.
Alana, go.
Bard.
Patrick, go.
Cleric.
Tyler, go.
Barbarian.
Wes, go.
Sorcerer.
Zach, go.
Fighter.
Alana, go.
Knight.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
Patrick, go.
Rogue.
Correct. Tyler, go.
Monk.
Correct. Wes, go.
Druid.
Correct. Zach, go.
Battlemaster?
Incorrect. We got 2 points for Patrick, Tyler, and Wes. 1 point for Alana and Zach. The unguessed ones were Paladin, Ranger, Warlock, and Wizard.
Yay, Dungeons and Dragons classes.
Yep.
This is a specialty.
Fortunately or unfortunately, it'll only be good for that one round because we are about to move on. It's going to be exactly the same as last time, except the order is now Patrick, Tyler, Wes, Zach, Alana. And this category, there are 13 possible right answers. Esper summons in Final Fantasy 12. So Patrick, go.
Zodiark.
Correct. Tyler, go.
Ifrit?
Incorrect. Wes, go.
Belias.
Correct. Zach, go.
Mateus.
Correct. Alana, go.
Adremelech.
Correct. Patrick, go.
Bahamut.
Incorrect. Tyler, go.
Pass.
All right, Wes, go.
Cuchulainn.
Correct. Zach, go.
Zalera.
Correct. Alana, go.
Exodus.
Also correct. The ones that we did not get were Shemhazai, Hashmalum, Zeromus, Famfrit, Chaos, and Ultima. So that's 2 for Alana, 1 for Patrick, 2 for Wes, and 2 for Zach.
Yeah, I never beat Final Fantasy 12. I should someday, but I didn't.
It's a good game, but man, they get weird with the summons. If you're used to the traditional Final Fantasy Shiva, Ifrit, Bahamut, they deliberately break from that. All right, so that's 2 drafts down and 3 to go. The new order is Tyler, Wes, Zach, Alana, Patrick. And the category is something near and dear to my heart, playable characters in Tales of video games that can cast the spell Indignation. So, Tyler, go.
Wait, how many possible total are there? You tell us for all the others.
20.
Okay.
Tyler, one last chance. Go.
Genus?
Correct. Zach. Oh, sorry, no, not Zach. Wes, go.
Jade.
Correct. Zach, go.
Pass.
All right. Alana, go.
Shirley.
Correct. Patrick, go.
Philia.
Correct. Tyler, go. I'm sorry, Tyler, that's time.
Okay.
Wes, go.
Merity.
Correct. Zach, go.
Ganabelt.
I don't believe that's correct. Alana.
Tales of Arise. Okay.
Alana, go.
Rita.
Correct. Patrick, go.
Arche, Arche.
All correct. That's 2 for Alana, 2 for Patrick, 1 for Tyler, and 2 for Wes. So we got the weird trick here is that Patrick did say Philia, but anyone that can use Swordians in Destiny can use the Swordian that teaches you Indignation.
Yeah.
Oh man, I should have just stuck with Destiny characters.
You could have.
So, it's the same for Claymels, right? In Eternia.
Very similar. So Keel or Merity in Eternia is possible. The ones we did not guess correctly are Stan, Ruti, Leon, Gar, Keel, Will, Arya from Tales of the Tempest, Spada, Kongvai, Rita. Oh no, you said Rita. Beryl, Chalcedony, Cheria, and Laphicet.
I totally forgot that Cheria could use it.
Yeah, only villains can use it in Tales of Arise. So so bad luck there. Same thing for Tales of Exilia.
There is technically one story kind of related scene in Eternia where the entire party comes together to cast Indignation, and I almost named one of the non-Kramel characters to argue that point.
I'm glad it didn't come to that, but I think that would have been an interesting argument. But hey, Wes, you got your 2 points.
I love Eternia quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, we are now in our 4th draft. The order is now Wes, Zach, Alana, Patrick, Tyler. And this is gods in Hades 1 that provide boons to Zagreus.
Oh, I got this.
So it's not every single god there. It's only the ones that can provide boons. And there are exactly 10. So there's not a lot of room for error here. So starting with Wes, go.
Zeus.
Correct. Zach, go.
Artemis.
Correct. Alana, go.
Ares.
Correct. Patrick, go.
Poseidon.
Correct. Tyler, go.
Achilles? No.
Incorrect. Wes, go.
Dionysus.
Correct. Zach, go.
Demeter.
Correct. Alana, go.
Hermes.
Correct. Patrick, go.
Aphrodite.
Correct. Tyler, go.
Pass.
All right. We got 8 out of the 10 because everyone except for Tyler got 2 points. The 2 we did not say were Athena and Chaos.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to count the Hammer of Daedalus, since Daedalus is kind of...
Daedalus is mortal. And,
yeah, he is mortal.
And the Daedalus hammer is very powerful, but does not count as a boon.
No, you're right. You're right. It's not a boon.
It's a weapon upgrade.
Yeah.
I thought about this a lot because I have spent a lot of time thinking about those very, very handsome gods in Hades.
Yeah.
I'm so glad no one else said Dionysus, because that was the only one I was pulling outside of
He's one of my favorites, so I had him lined up.
All right. So we have one more draft to go. With apologies, this is going to be a tough one if you haven't played this game. But now the order is Zach, Alana, Patrick, Tyler, Wes. And you know what? We're going to stay in ancient Greece here because you need to tell me one of the 11 masteries in Titan Quest.
Oh, what?
These are like the skill sets that determine your class in Titan Quest.
So it's not the classes, it's the masteries.
Not the
themselves.
classes, the masteries. That's correct. Okay. So starting with Zach, go.
I don't know, defense?
Correct. Alana, go.
Oh, okay. Hunting?
Correct. Patrick, go.
Attack.
Incorrect. Tyler, go.
Agility?
Incorrect. Wes, go.
Storm?
Correct. Zach, go.
Like rock, earth, something like that, maybe? I don't know.
Earth is correct. Alana, go.
Rogue?
Correct. Yeah, no one said that yet. Patrick, go.
Oracle.
Incorrect. I think it's a class, actually. Tyler, go.
Water?
Incorrect. And Wes, one last one.
Rune?
Rune is correct. So Zach, Wes, and Alana all get 2 points on that one.
I'm hoping those weren't from the expansion.
Yeah. I think some of them. I did allow expansion ones because otherwise we wouldn't get to 11. I think we would have got to only 7 or 8. But the ones we did not guess were spirit, nature, warfare, dream, and alchemy, which is sometimes also called Nadon. So there we go. That was the very, very fun fantasy draft round. Thank you so much for taking part. But now we are going into what I'm going to guess, or at least hazard a guess, is Patrick's favorite round. This is the audio round, which I am playfully calling, by God, that's Stone Cold's music. So I am going to give you, in our shared chat here, 5 YouTube links. Each link has a character's voice sample followed by a music track. And the music track is either their battle theme or their character theme. And you need to give me in the individual chats, not in the public chat, you need to give me a character name and the game they come from for 1 point each. So each of the 5 is worth up to 2 points. You need to give me the character and the game. And so if you don't know the character at all, but you have an idea about the game, you can at least hazard a guess. And I'm going to give you plenty of time with this. Like I'm going to play these for the listeners right after I'm done speaking, so they can hear what you guys are hearing. But I'll give you chances to. Each clip is about 30 to 40 seconds. I'll give you several minutes to listen to them or re-listen to them as much as you want, and then I will. And then I will give you a warning before I call time. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Got it.
So this is going to take me a few moments to put these in the chat. I think everyone should have them now. And remember, I need a character and I need the game. I don't need the name of the theme or the composer. And I will give you quite a bit of time.
Showtime! The treasure you're after is right up there. I'm the dragon guarding it. So defeat me, if you really think you're the hero it belongs to. You wanna die? Step up!
You were at my side all along. My true mentor, my guiding moonlight.
My boss is always giving me these motivational sales books. They bought the farm, now sell them the cows. Stuff like that. Read them already. Didn't help.
Die. More and more. Hard blade. Demon's dance.
Okay, that's time, and we have an unusual diversity of answers here. I'm going to give you the answers in reverse order because, remarkably, the one that the fewest people got was the first one. So I'm going to give it in reverse order. Number 5 was Rose from Legend of Dragoon.
Yep.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Number 4 was Manny Calavera from Grim Fandango.
Yes!
Oh, I got the game right.
goodness.
Yep. Number 3 is Ludwig the Holy Blade from Bloodborne.
Yes, best
Shit,
boss
I can't
fight from that
believe I got
game.
that one.
And number 2 is the English language track of Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza 7 / Like a Dragon.
That was the other one. I
Oh
was
wow,
asking.
that's
And
good
the-
music.
And the last one was I was a little bit surprised nobody got this one because I thought it was I thought it was easier than Rose or Manny.
I
It's
recognize it.
it's Bowser from Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
Oh my god, yeah.
That would explain why the song sounded
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
goes
Showtime.
Yeah.
before every single boss encounter.
It's been, when did that game come out?
Oh boy, I think
2005?
yeah,
2006?
later than that. I think like 08 maybe.
Yeah, I haven't played
The
it since it
embarrassing
came out.
thing is I
Not
tried to
play
play
that.
that like a year or two ago, and I didn't remember that at all.
Man, I'm so happy with the
Yeah.
Yakuza
But anyway,
deaths.
yeah. So that was a bit of a very successful round for two of you. Alana and Wes both got 8 points.
Woo!
Nice.
Patrick got 3 points. Tyler and Zach each got 2 points. But there's still plenty of game left to play because there is one more round before the final question, and perhaps predictably, this is the Inside Baseball round, the Retro Encounter round, about the podcast itself and previous episodes. 2 points for every correct answer, and we're back to sending me direct messages and not like forcing you on the spot with these fantasy drafts and audio rounds.
Oh, phew.
But here we go. Question number 1 of the Retro Encounter round. In 2016, we did an indie month where we played 3 different games in the month of January. Name any one of those 3 indie games. You have 5 seconds. All right. I am proud of you that you all did guess Retro Encounter games, but none of you got it right. You all guessed games from different indie months.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tyler guessed Child of Light. Patrick guessed Transistor. Wes, Zach, and Alana all guessed Undertale. But those were from later indie months. The first indie month was Jupiter's Knot, Gone Home, and To the Moon.
Damn it.
To the Moon.
Yeah.
I should have guessed that.
Yeah.
There was
I
a small
thought-
chance of me guessing that one.
Yeah, I was thinking of Broken Age, but I should have thought of a different indie adventure.
Yeah, that was
game.
our adventure games
Yeah.
month in like 2020 or 2021, I think.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
It was and Undertale was too new, but it was the only indie month I could remember otherwise. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that was early 2019 maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd have to go back and double check. Actually, no. It was earlier than that. I think. But the important thing is nobody got it right.
The
very
important thing is you
Mike,
should
I'm
all
afraid
wrong.
that this one is going to hurt your feelings.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. The second question in the Retro Encounter round. In the 2018 episode, Year of the Dog, what game was discussed more than any other? You have 5 seconds. Okay, this is very interesting. I think most of you fell for my trap, and the Year of the Dog episode was not the Good Dogs of RPGs episode I recorded with Alana. This was the 2018 Chinese New Year episode about Okami.
Holy shit!
Yes.
And only Wes got it correct.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
So yeah, Alana, you did the Good Dogs of RPGs episode with me, but I did that Okami episode with Hillary and Caitlin.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that one. Sorry.
I had another 3 typed in until the very last moment.
It's been 6 years old.
Oh, don't worry. I'm the only one that remembers every podcast episode perfectly. It's a blessing and a curse. But here we go. Question 3 in the Retro Encounter round. In November of 2015, Retro Encounter released its first bonus round episode that was not dedicated to a particular game. What was the game developer that was the main subject of that episode? You have 5 seconds. All right, interesting variety here. Zach guessed Quintet, Patrick guessed Atlas, Tyler guessed Zeboyd Games, Wes guessed Vanillaware, and Alana was the only one that got it right. It was Blizzard Entertainment.
For some reason, I was thinking Diablo, and I was like, who made Diablo? I was like, who made it?
Yeah,
Have we had a Vanillaware encounter yet? If not, I need to add this to the list.
Yeah, right?
We haven't. It is on the ideas board, but we have not recorded that yet.
Let me add myself to that real quick.
You might already be on it.
If I'm not on there,
I'd have to double check. Anyway, question number 4 in the Retro Encounter round. What current or former RPG fan staff not present among the 6 of us has appeared on the most Retro Encounter episodes? You have 5 seconds. So I can tell you right now, the answer is definitely not me. And time. All right. So Wes passed. Tyler guessed Stephen Meyerink. Patrick guessed Hillary Andreff. But both Zach and Alana got it right. It's Peter Triesenberg.
Yeah, I thought
so. Of course.
Peter or Josh.
Course.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't
we love
Josh.
you.
The birthday boy.
Yeah. Peter and I were 2 of the co-founders of Retro Encounter back in 2015, before I became the permanent host. All right, so there's one more question in the Retro Encounter round before we go into the grand finale. What is the only game given at least one dedicated Retro Encounter episode that was developed by a team based in South America? You have 5 seconds. What's the only South American Retro Encounter game? All right, that's time. Patrick passed. Tyler guessed Crease Tales, which is based in Colombia, but that was not a Retro Encounter game. Wes passed. Zach guessed Child of Light, and Alana got it right. It's Chroma Squad.
Yeah,
I had no idea that game was.
I knew it was. American. Yeah, I knew it was a South American developed game and
developed by a Brazilian studio.
Yeah.
I feel so ashamed.
So that does some very interesting things to the scores. We have one question to go, and it's the grand finale. And before we go into that, I am going to do a score check. Okay. So in 5th place with 13 points is Tyler. In 4th place with 20 points is Patrick. In 3rd place with 31 points is Zach. In 2nd place with 40 points is Wes.
Oh my god.
And in 1st place with 41 points is Alana.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's very tight at the top. And so
deep breaths.
What I'm going to let you do is I'm going to give you the topic of the final question. And I will tell you the answer of the final question is not a game or a person, but it is a proper noun of sorts, okay? It is a thing's name. And the topic is similar names.
Okay.
So the final question topic is similar names, and the answer is not going to be a game. It's something within a game. You may bet between 0 and 12 points. So in the next few seconds, please tell me your wager between 0 and 12.
Okay! Predictable!
The wagers are in, and I will not be sharing the wagers until after the question is read. There are 3 clues here, and I will repeat them multiple times. Just listen carefully because spelling and syntax is sort of involved. But just pay attention closely. There are 3 clues, but I need just one answer at the end. The final question is on similar names. In Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, the Bloodbath variant of this monster is considered one of the most challenging hunts in the entire series. If you add 1 letter to the Monster Hunter name, you get a Final Fantasy entity that has appeared in many games, but in Final Fantasy XIV, it's both a dungeon boss and a raid boss. If you remove 1 letter from the Monster Hunter name, you get a correct answer to a question from earlier in this episode.
Oh, gosh.
For your answer, please give me either the Monster Hunter name or the Final Fantasy name. I'm going to repeat the question right now. In Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, the Bloodbath variant of this monster is considered one of the strongest hunts in the entire series. If you add 1 letter to the Monster Hunter name, you get a Final Fantasy entity that has appeared in many games, but in Final Fantasy XIV is a dungeon boss and a raid boss. If you remove 1 letter from the Monster Hunter name, you get a correct answer to a question from earlier this episode. For the correct answer, please give me either the Monster Hunter name or the Final Fantasy name. I shall await your answers. Okay, everyone's answers are in. I think some of you will be quite happy, and others of you won't. 3 of you got it correct. Regrettably, Tyler, you are incorrect. Your guess was Eden. Ramza, you are also incorrect. The answer was Omega. But Wes, Zach, and Alana all got it right.
That doesn't make me happy at all.
It is Diablos. So Diablos is a Monster Hunter monster. Diabolos is the Final Fantasy entity. And if you remove 1 letter, Diablo was a correct answer earlier in this game.
God, what did we wager though?
So it all comes down to the wagers.
I'm so nervous.
Tyler wagered 10 points, so you finished with 3. Patrick, you wagered 12 points, and you finished with 8. Zach, you wagered 12 points, and you finished with 43. Alana, you wagered 8 points, and you finished with 49.
Yeah.
So our winner, who wagered 12 and finished with 52, is Wes Iliff. Congratulations, Wes.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
I knew it. I should have just gone risky.
I decided if I wasn't going to win, I was going to lose.
Yep, that should have been what I thought. I'm not confident.
I was so worried you were going to do the same thing, Alana.
Nope. You were right to go risky. I'm not a risk taker.
Well, so that was the 6th quiz show from Retro Encounter. Thank you so much, Tyler, Patrick, Zach, Alana, and Wes. I hope you guys had as much fun answering these questions as I had writing and presenting them, because these quiz shows are fun to do, but they're a little bit of extra effort.
Oh, yeah.
And you have no idea how many versions of that final question I went through before landing on Diablos. But I hope you guys had a nice time.
Yes, thank you.
I did. Thank you.
I will never again in my life feel this smart.
I had you pegged as my rival, so congratulations.
I felt like anyone could have won, but if I was a betting man, I'm not going to say anything. All right, I'll just leaving.
We'll
that
take
one
our
alone.
answer offline.
Yeah, I'll take our answer off the air. But yeah, you guys all did really, really well. Again, I tried to be broad in these questions, although I probably had a little bit too much Square Enix, but that's also who I am as a person. Yeah, these were a lot, but these are fun to do, and I do get questions from readers and listeners about when the next quiz show is going to be. So I'm glad that we got to deliver tonight. So thank you again so much to all 5 of you. But listeners, also thank you so much for chugging along with this quiz show. The future of Retro Encounter is pretty interesting. We're doing 2 episodes on Dark Souls coming very soon, which is definitely connected to why there was a Dark Souls question in this quiz. And after those are done, we have August partially planned out. We're going to do an episode all about Undertale once again, because our first Undertale episode several years ago was a little bit was a little bit wonky. There was audio issues, and but we think that because we have a lot more Undertale fans on staff now, and that game has many more years of perspective, it's a good time to revisit Undertale. So that's also coming in August. Also in August, we're doing 2 episodes on Like a Dragon. We're not. Wow, I'm already mixing up my Dragon games. Dragon Age Inquisition, just in time to anticipate Dragon Age: The Veilguard coming out later this year. We're gonna close off our sort of Dragon Age trilogy revisit that we began in December of last year. But before that, there's many ways to enjoy RPG Fan on the internet. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Always call either RPG Fan or RPG Fan.com, and also a dedicated Discord all about RPG Fan. Another great way to enjoy RPG Fan is to buy merch at our shop. If you go to rpgfan.com/shop, you can find 2 storefronts, one hosted by TeePublic, that has apparel and accessories like hoodies to baby onesies to phone cases to coffee mugs, as well as a second storefront, a UK-based publisher, Hyperplay RPG, published a list of almost 300 single-page RPG Fan reviews, presented kind of like a classic video game magazine, and many people on this panel are represented in that book. So please support RPG Fan in however way you please. And Retro Encounter is only one of 3 fine podcasts on RPG Fan. There's also Random Encounter every 2 weeks about randomness and what games they're playing, and Rhythm Encounter every other 2 weeks about RPG music. You can enjoy random, retro, and rhythm encounters on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, or however you choose to listen. We love feedback, especially if it's the 5 stars out of 5 kind of feedback. But panelists, let's tell the listeners where they can find you before we sign off. Starting with you, Tyler.
You can follow the worst RPG gamer enthusiast tonight on like Twitter at like Cosmos Chaos, and I also have podcasts, XenoChat podcasts everywhere. And I just wanted to say that we also kind of did a few quiz episodes inspired by you and your quiz episodes.
Thanks. I'm so flattered.
I understand how difficult it can be to set up a quiz episode, so kudos to you.
Well, thanks, Tyler. And before you self-deprecate any further, I mean, all 5 of you are already champions. This was a Champion of Champions, a Clash of Champions episode. So your championship credentials are not diminished even a little bit. But they might be a little enhanced for one person in particular. But before we go there, Zach, how can listeners find you?
You can email me, zachw@rpgfan.com, and you can also find me on our Discord at zachw.
Now, Patrick, same question.
I'm most active on Twitter at Gameadactyl. That is the word game, the letter O, and dactyl. Good luck with that.
Now, Alana, it's great to hear from you again. You, I mean, you're no longer a regular RPG Fan staff, but it's always such a treat to have you back for podcasts or just to encounter you at all. But how can listeners encounter you in the internet wild?
Just on Blue Sky nowadays. It's just my name, so Alana.Hagues, Blue Sky.
All right, and our new champion of champions, Wes Iliff. How can listeners find you?
Only place I'm really active is on Twitter at Wes Iliff. So check me out there.
And listeners, if you want to find me on the internet, I am not that hard to find on either Blue Sky, Instagram, or RPG Fans Discord, on all 3 of which I am at Evoker for Dogs. So, you know what? Congratulations to all of you, because this was an ordeal. All 5 of you are already champions, but I do need to, raise a glass to our newest champion once again, Wes Iliff. Congratulations.
This is the best moment of my life.
Champion of champions.
Don't tell my kids I said that.
All right. How to message Wes's children. But panelists and listeners and all of you, congratulations, but also thank you, good night, and good luck.